below. But with that said, let's get right into the video. Number 5. Sayla is a YouTuber who's known for making controversial prank and social experiment videos. From the time he got kicked off a Delta Airlines flight to the time he made a video about abusing a dog as a social experiment, he's never far from a bit of drama. However, on July 18th in 2016, Sayla wasn't the center of the drama, a kid on his video was. So to give a bit of explanation, after a fun day out rollerblading and exploring an abandoned zoo, he comes across a bunch of kids. For some reason, the kids asked Adam to follow them through the zoo, but that's when one of the kids ran up to him and asked him if he could use Adam's phone to call his mom. Now I know what you're thinking, they're just a bunch of kids, what's the worst that could happen? Well, I'm sure Adam thought that too, but as soon as he handed his phone over, the kids tried to run away. Now fortunately for Adam, he managed to grab the kid's shirt before he could get away with his phone, and he went on to give the kid a bit of a lecture. Now what I find kind of respectable though is that he doesn't take the kid to the cops, which is probably something I would have done, but he actually sends the kid back to his friends. I mean, getting stuff like that on your record could seriously hurt your career, so if you ever think about stealing, just don't.
Yeah. Oh, there's a lizard! There's a lizard! You see it? Alright guys, this is scary-ish. Really scary-ish. This is like an abandoned zoo, and I think these human beings are animals, because those kids kept like begging me, like, come. And I'm like, what the heck? You know, usually they should be scared, right? I'm scared this time. I'm so scared.
Oh shit, here they come.
Excuse me, will you use your phone?
Where you guys want to go?
We want to go home.
For what?
Car, mom. Yeah.
Wanna call your mom?
Mm-hmm.
You guys sure you're not animals or something like that?
No.
Alright, what's your parents' number? Holy shit, yo! Oh, stop! Huh? You want me to call your mom?
No.
You sure?
Yes.
Why are you trying to steal phones? It's not good to steal phones, it's not funny. Huh? You want me to take it to the police or you want me to take it to your mom? Which one?
I don't know.
Huh?
I don't know.
Don't steal phones no more, okay?
Okay.
That's not good. Go back to your friend. Those kids literally try to rob my phone.
Yeah, man.
A little 8 and 11-year-old kid try to rob my freaking phone.
Insane.
Number 4. So I'm not sure what the kid in this video tried to steal, but his mom didn't seem too worried, so it probably wasn't anything serious. Either way, in an attempt to make her son understand that stealing is bad, she does the one thing that would make any kid mortified. She pretends to call the cops. So in the video, the 6-year-old kid is obviously pretty upset and tries to convince his mom not to call the police. He says that he won't steal anymore and his mom has to trust him, but his mom's obviously pulling a pretty mean prank on her son, so he learns his lesson to never steal again. Even funnier though, there's even a part where the kid takes his mom's phone so she can't call the cops, but he does eventually hand the phone back over. So yeah, she goes through with it and acts like she's on the phone with the police and claims that the kid has learned his lesson, which he obviously agrees with. Now she ends the conversation by saying that they'll see if he ever steals again, but I think he probably never will.
They say, just let me call the police.
Mama,
Jordan, let me see. I don't know. Let me see what they say. I don't know. They may take you to jail tonight. They may not.
They took me to mom now, but I'm sleeping.
Hello? Yeah. Yeah, police? Yeah, you remember I called you earlier and told you about Jordan stealing? Yeah, we're at Harps right now. You coming up here to get him? I think he learned his lesson, though. Did you learn your lesson, Jordan?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you going to steal again? Look at me.
Ma'am.
Are you sure? You promise?
Yes, ma'am.
He says he's not going to steal again. We're going to see. If he does, I'll have to call you back, okay?
Number 3. Okay, so some kids don't really understand the concept of stealing things, and they don't know what'll happen to you after you steal. That was basically the case with this 6-year-old who stole something pretty small from the local Dollar General and got caught. Now before the video starts, the kid and her mom actually left the store when the mom realized her kid had something she hadn't paid for, so they went all the way back so the kid could be taught a valuable lesson about stealing. Anyways, it starts off with their mom walking up to the store manager and explaining that her daughter stole something, so the manager asks why. The kid apparently didn't know, which is a pretty understandable answer when you're a kid, so the manager goes on to explain that when someone steals from her, she calls the police and presses charges, no matter how old they are, which means the kid might end up going to jail. She then goes on to explain how records work and how the fact that she stole would stick with her forever. I mean, at that point, the kid looks like she's gonna cry at any moment, so it's safe to say the kid will probably never steal something again, especially not a simple pack of cards.
Kids, but you still get in a lot of trouble. Okay? Are you gonna do this again? I don't want you to do it anywhere. Okay? Anytime you think about taking something, I want you to think about the conversation that we're having right now. Okay? And think about how when, if you want something really bad, it's not worth going to jail over it. Okay? What is that, a pack of cards?
And she thought they were crayons.
Wow.
So what I told her is that we were going to come back here and give this to you. Okay. So you give back the merchandise that you stole. Yep. And what do you say? No, you say, I'm sorry. You apologize for what you did, because if you were a big girl, you would be getting the police called on you right now. I don't ever want to see you steal anything ever again. Do you understand? Thank you.
Number 2. The YouTube user David was driving down the street one day and he came across a very strange sight. A kid standing on a part of the sidewalk in the middle of the road with a giant pink sign hanging from his neck. The sign explained how the kid literally stole and wrecked his parents' car to impress his friend, and now standing there with the sign was his punishment. So yeah, obviously David approaches the kid and reads out the sign, and then notices that the kid's brother was across the other side of the road holding an identical sign. So then he asks the kid what happened, and he simply responds that he wrecked his parents' brand new Mercedes. Apparently throughout the day the kid had been through quite a lot, with people honking their horns at him, laughing at him, and telling him that he needed to make better choices. Now I kinda think that's probably the whole point of this punishment, and is exactly what his parents were hoping would happen. Now as far as the punishment goes, do you guys think this is a fair punishment or just a bit over the top? Let me know in the comments below.
Okay, there's this gentleman out here. I had to stop and ask him about this. Hey, how's it going, man? How you doing, man? My name is David. I was just coming out here because I saw this sign and I had to get it on video for a reason, man. Because let me just see it real quick. I stole and wrecked my parents' car to impress my friends. This is my punishment. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Is that your brother over there too? Holding the other sign? Okay, I gotta ask you something. What happened actually?
We took the car, trying to have fun.
You took the car and trying to have fun? What kind of car was it?
Mercedes Benz.
It was a Mercedes? Oh no. Your parents' Mercedes?
Sir.
Oh no. Wreck something, you know what I mean? So all this applies to everybody. So I just want to tell you, man, hey, I commend you being out here, man. I commend your parents, man. This ain't humiliating. But hey, man, you're gonna do right, man. You're gonna do right. It's gonna be a lesson learned, man. All right, brother.
Number 1. So if you don't know already, which I really hope you do, if someone steals, they're going to jail. That's honestly just the rules adults live by, but things are a little bit different for kids. When they steal, they usually won't go to prison and will likely get told off or scared by their parents so they won't do it again. The point is, the kids don't know that it's all a way to make them see the consequences of their actions. And so yeah, in this video, little Dan stole a flashlight and his grandma found out, and she really wasn't happy about it at all. So just like the majority of other videos we've showcased, she goes on to tell Dan that he's going to jail because he was stealing, and immediately he bursts into tears and says that he doesn't want to go to jail. Honestly, out of all the kids on this list, Dan has the most extreme reaction to the possibility of going to jail, because by halfway through the video, he's basically throwing a full-blown tantrum, screaming as loud as he can. Now eventually his grandma manages to get him to calm down enough to convince him to go back to the store, return the flashlight, and apologize for taking it without paying for it. And by the end of the video, it's safe to say, with that much crying after being told he's gonna have to go to jail, he probably won't even say the word steal out loud ever again.
Jail.
But I don't want to.
You were stealing.
But I don't want to go to jail, Nana.
What happens if you steal?
I go to jail.
Okay, were you taking the flashlight out the store? Did we pay for it? Okay, what is that called?
Yeah.
Okay, when you steal...
But I don't want to go to jail. I want to go home.
Yeah, but the jail has to be your new home for a while. Are you ever going to steal anything again? Are you sure? Okay, well you need to get out the car and go back in there and tell the people you are sorry because you was walking out of their store with the flashlight. Do you understand? Let's go.